It's time to rejoin coverage of the 2022 Girls State Varsity Hockey Tournament presented by Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for the 2022 Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramcoda.
Ashley is in with a breakaway. She shoots. She scores! It's 5-3.
The Varsity Girls State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce.
There's a shot. She scores! Zamers, a short-handed goal. And the Mitchell Marlins lead 2-1.
And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown.
As they count down the seconds, the Aberdeen Cougars have won the state championship 5-2 over the Sioux Falls Flyers.
The Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota. And now, let's rejoin John Winkler, Jeff Anderson, and Jim Lloyd for the call.
It is the state championship as we are set for action here later on in about 15 minutes. The Mitchell Marlins and the Sioux Falls Flyers in the Girls Varsity State Championship. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd. Jeff Anderson will join us here in just a moment. And Jim, we've been looking forward to this one all weekend. You always look forward to the state championship, but it's how you get there and who gets there that makes it so much fun. And these top two teams in the league, they were the top two teams in the league the entire year. And now here, we're 15 minutes away, a little less than 15 minutes away now from puck drop of the state championship game.
Well, you do look at this partway through the year. We looked at it and said, these are the best two teams. And now at this juncture and at this point in the tournament, it does look like they are the best two teams, and I think both of them deserve to be here.
Well, and for the Sioux Falls Flyers, their work's cut out for them because no team has looked better offensively than what the Mitchell Marlins has, Jeff.
You're exactly right. They had 2 goals yesterday within in less than 2 minutes to start the game. They really set the tempo early. They shocked them, Aberdeen, and they really controlled the tempo throughout.
We talked about a little bit yesterday that this is going to be, right now, the start of this game has got to favor Mitchell, not because they're the 2 seed and they've got nothing to lose or that Sioux Falls has got everything to lose here in this game. It's because they played 2 runtime games. Sioux Falls has won 2 games 4-1, and both games they were 0-0 after the first period. Mitchell wasn't at runtime after the first period, but they were pretty close to runtime each game, so they've got a little bit fresher legs going into this contest.
Yeah, I think Sioux Falls has been tested a little bit in this tournament, and they handled it well, but they've been tested just a little bit, probably more than Mitchell has.
Well, and Mitchell with a quick start yesterday, they need to do that again today.
Yeah, because they also haven't been tested. Sioux Falls know what it takes to play in a tough game at the state tournament. Mitchell doesn't know how to do that. If it becomes a dogfight towards the end of this game, then it starts to lean to the factor of Sioux Falls playing in 2 tough games already.
The other thing is, though, and I don't know if we've seen the best of Sioux Falls yet.
No, I don't
think
right.
we've seen their best.
I agree.
I really don't think. It hasn't been a lot of rhythm, hasn't been a lot of offense to speak of, not scoring many goals. If they show their best, I don't know how this thing's going to show.
Well, the Sioux Falls has beaten Mitchell twice. We know that. The first time was 5-0 back on the 19th of December. Second time was the 21st of January. That was a 6-2 Sioux Falls win.
So Sioux Falls has been able to really control over Mitchell and has had their number. It wasn't just a tight win here or there. It was 2 wins that were not relatively easy, but the final score was a little bit wider margin than what you expect going into this game.
That's right.
And this game also has the top 2 goal scorers in the entire league going into the state tournament. Lily Moon with 36 goals, Brooke Jarman with 36 goals. Those two led the league in goals this year, and that top line of Mitchell We talked about the first 2 games that they played. We're talking about it again here this game. There is no better line than what the top line has for Mitchell, and they've got to be very, very good, just like they were yesterday and on Friday.
Well, then you also put into the factor you have 2 of the top goalies in the state. Riley Van Der Esch, who doesn't even give up a goal a game, 0.83. And then you have, of course, Clute, who isn't too bad either with 16 wins, 2.28 goals against average. So this could end up to be a 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 game.
Yeah, that's what Jim and I were saying. We could see 7-6, but we could also see 1-0.
Yeah.
I think the goalies are too good. I think the goalies are too good to see a high-scoring game.
So do you look at say in a case like that, the goalies shut down the offense?
I think so.
It's kind of like in baseball. Does good pitching stop good hitting? Well,
Yep.
It does, and I suppose in this case it's kind of the same scenario. Good goalies will stop.
And
But I don't know.
this one could be determined on what goalie plays better.
Yeah.
And the big thing, too, is what we saw yesterday from Mitchell, that they passed the puck so well. That's the factor to try and get past Van Der Esch, is passing the puck well, because they can do that, but Van Der Esch does not give a whole lot of rebounds. The Rangers did score their 1 goal on a rebound, but they don't give up a whole lot of rebounds, and you got to be able to pass the puck with efficiency in the offensive zone.
Well, I think if you started out the year and looked at this situation that we have going in here, they would say you couldn't have put it any better. You couldn't have written it up, scripted it any better than what we're going to this game with as far as the 2 best teams.
Yeah, and it really is that Sioux Falls, that this team and pretty much, I wouldn't say everybody, but I think probably 7 other teams that are here at the state, or 6 other teams here at the state tournament, are all rooting for Mitchell, because they don't want Sioux Falls to win another state title. So Sioux Falls is kind of saying, well, it's us against them, like it always is. And if you're Mitchell, you're saying, well, we got the back of everybody here in the rest of the state to try and go beat Sioux Falls. We get a chance to go take down the powerhouse team and get a win here in the state championship.
Well, and for Mitchell, this could be a run of, say, this year, next year, or even a year after, because they have some pretty potent people that are coming back for the next couple of years.
Yeah, Kelsey Amick, I think, is Kate Nash, Kelsey Amick, are about the only 2 seniors that they'll be losing going into next year.
Sabres starts out, look what she's done this year, 29 goals, and she's an 8th grader.
Yeah.
She could score 50 goals one year.
Oh, she could. Quite possibly.
She's probably that good.
Yeah, I hate to say it. So, and then you've got people like Tyrannus, who's an 8th grader, and some people, freshman 6th grader, Wyatt, of course, that Virginia Wyatt who plays defense. Clute will be back, of course. She's just a junior this year. Then you go over to, of course, Sioux Falls, and they've got some great people coming back too. It's really it's kind of fun to see how these 2 stack up and what the future is, because it's bright for both. In Sioux Falls' case, you probably reload every year, and a lot of these teams can't say that. And Huron wishes they could reload with some of what Sioux Falls has.
Yeah.
Because Huron may not have a team next year, as it turns out, for the girls. But they reload. Some teams are lucky to get 2-3 lines. They sometimes can have 3 or 4.
And Sioux Falls has everybody filled out on our line sheet. 4 lines, 3 lines of defense. Or Mitchell's got those 3 lines of offense, 3 lines of defense. But most likely it's going to go. You're going to go see 1-2, 1-2. Probably 1 again, and then maybe 3. You don't see Vaughn, Tupper, or Zoss very often, but when they do, they've got to be very good, because this Sioux Falls team, their 3rd line, as it sits right now, with Reagan Peskov, Grissa Peterson, Reagan Hayes, somewhere around those 3. If they get on the ice, they're good. They're they're a number 2 line somewhere else in the state. They're number 2 line for Mitchell, and not to take away anything from Mitchell, but they're very, very, very good. So if 3rd line gets out for Mitchell, they've got to be able. Their job is to not get scored on.
Yeah, well, and they work it out. This doesn't get seeded like some tournaments do. This basically goes as to how you finish in the standings. But of course, the part about this that makes it good is you don't get a number 1 team and a number 2 team meeting each other in the opening round of a state tournament, and then the other team just basically walks through it. This is really what you really look for and hope for at the start of the year.
Well, the referees are on their way to take out the nets. We got to take our pregame break here. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on KSDR and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
We are ready to go here in the state championship game between the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Mitchell Marlins.
Mitchell has outscored their opponents this year coming into this weekend 128-41, and Sioux Falls, by comparison, have outscored their opponents 139-20. Very similar. Of course, it's a 49-8 for Sioux Falls. They've had a very strong first period. Mitchell has outscored their opponents 50-15.
So just about as good as you can, or as close as you can get.
Yes.
Mitchell will go from right to left. The Flyers from left to right. 17 minutes are on the clock, and it's time for the state championship. A couple minutes early from 2 o'clock, but glad you're with us here on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Emma Ramsey will take the face-off and win it for the Sioux Falls Flyers over Kelsey Amick, but it will be picked up by the Mitchell Marlins. And Brooke Jarman, a quick shot. Blocker down by Vander Esch, and the rebound was a juicy one, but it bounced over the stick of Amick. It'll be picked up here by the Sioux Falls Flyers as they try and get it out of the zone, and they do, picked up by Jarman as she turns it over. Ramsey back for the Flyers. Her pass trying to come in front. It's loose in the slot. It's held in by Hefty. There's a shot, and it gets blocked down because Clute was out of position. That could have been disastrous.
A lot of room on that net. A lot of room.
She stumbled a little bit and went down.
16:24 to go, and there's an icing. And boy, oh boy, did Mitchell get away with that one here to open up things because, yeah, that could have been very, very disastrous to go down 1-0 to the Sioux Falls Flyers.
30 seconds in.
As we have a face-off that's won by the Sioux Falls Flyers. They hold it in at the blue line. That will be Adriana Clark behind the net for Barrett Hefty, for Alyssa Lingen. And Lingen gets pushed into the boards from behind. Gabby Schroeder over there for the Flyers as it comes around here to the near side where Lily Moon will continue to play. Picked up by Trottis, and McKenna Trottis will look to get it out of the zone, but will turn it back over to Moon, but it comes out of the zone anyway. Racing after it was going to be number 14, Samantha Kloot. Sadie Kloot in net, Samantha Kloot on the ice, and a skater for the Mitchell Marlins. This one, a race after it. It'll be picked up. There's a shot and a save made. Reese Amick with that opportunity. Riley Vander Esch has made her second save this afternoon. 15:34 to go in the first period. That went up for Zoe Gora and played back. Gabby Schroeder will pick it up. And Schroeder will turn off the stick of Ramsey, and it goes all the way down. Picked up by Reese Amick after it was touched long by Kloot, the goalie. Here the near side, a pass looking for the slot for Ewalt. That one misses, and it comes out of the zone. It'll be played back in the neutral zone for the Flyers. Pushed in all the way down. It is an icing with 15:09 to go here in the first period. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSDR Watertown. No score here in the first period of the state championship game. And a good crowd on hand between the Mitchell Marlins and the Sioux Falls Flyers. The winner is the 2022 state champion. Face-off is won by the Marlins. There's a shot, save is made. The rebound is going to be taken just away from Bridley Sabers. She didn't get all of it. She had a wide open net, and Vander Esch was able to swim around to make the save. Pass coming to the slot. Sabers pass over to the far side, but Clark will pitch it out of the zone. Boy, a really good opportunity there for the Mitchell Marlins to try and get their first goal of the game. Behind the net, taken away, Adriana Clark. Good play there from Clark. The pass goes up to the near side boards. Hefty will step up to hold it in. Barrett Hefty was our player of the game last night for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Had 2 goals in that 4-1 win. There's a pass that goes out of the zone, but it will be right back in. And it will be picked up by the Mitchell Marlins. Off the glass, a headhunter of a clearing attempt by the Marlins for her own teammate. And it'll be pushed in by the Marlins, and it will go all the way down. Where Reagan Peskov will pick it up for the Flyers. And a pass is nearly intercepted. It will be taken over. Here is Kelsey Amick, a backhander to the front of the net, and it will be covered by Vander Esch. Good look there from Kelsey Amick as she tried to feed one over.
That was a nice pass.
Brooke Jarman, I believe, that had that opportunity. Nope, that was Samantha Kloot that had the opportunity. 4-1 in shots in favor of Mitchell. Still looking for her first goal of the game. As Reagan Peskov looks to get out of the zone. Emma Ramsey will chase after it. Ramsey moves in. From the face-off, a shot that goes high over the blocker side. Trying to get to the far side of the ice was Lily Moon to hold it in. Could not, but passes it back for Peskov, her defensive partner. And then back in comes Reagan Peskov. Reagan Peskov with the shot. Goes just wide of the goaltender, Kloot. Back to the near side, to the far side is Ramsey. Out for Moon, one times it. And it was hit off the teammate of Zoe Gora. And Gora, though, picks it right back up. Back for Moon again. Moon starts to walk it in. Her pass goes over for Ramsey. 13:15 to go in the first period. A backhand pass to the front of the net was intercepted by the Marlins, but not out of the zone. Moon pushes it back from the point all the way around the boards from the far side, where it's picked back up. That one comes in front off the skates of Kloot, who hadn't come down yet. And then they score! Zoe Gora scores on a shot that took Kloot by surprise. And 4 minutes in, it is the Sioux Falls Flyers that strike first here this afternoon. Zoe Gora gets the opening goal. And a 1-0 lead. We'll see if there's any assist to it. But the Flyers have a 1-0 lead with 13:02 to go here in the first period. And a face-off that is controlled by the Marlins. Kelsey Amick got hit up high by Gora. By Schroeder. And now she is pushed into the boards. It is an unassisted goal for Zoe Gora. 12:45 left to go in the first period. And the Flyers are on the board first, up 1-0. The top seed, the undefeated team. They're going to put Mitchell trying to go from behind, and they score again. 12:35 to go, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Flyers.
That one was kind of a lost puck down there. I saw it go in way before they celebrated. That puck was just kind of sliding around, and nobody was really touching it.
Looks like it was Lingen that got the goal to stuff it in. And so now the Flyers are up 2-0 here in the first period.
This is starting out like it did for Mitchell yesterday, for Sioux Falls today.
So a 2-0 lead. Not even 5 minutes into this hockey game, and Mitchell's got to play from behind. They have not trailed in this state tournament yet. Here is Kelsey Amick moving in. That shot is broken up. Barrett Hefty with a big block. Gabby Schroeder gets an assist. Here's a shot from Kate Nash. That was a bullet that went just wide. As it comes out of the zone and picked back up by Nash. So Gora and Lingen right now the 2 goal scorers. Nash winds up with a shot, but that's broken up by Alexa Christie. Pass goes over. Girl falls down. Kate Nash picks it back up. Pass to the front of the net and unable to get a shot away with Samantha Kloop. Back here for Brooke Jarman. Turnover. There's a shot and blocker down by Van Der Esch. It went off of Christie and nearly went back to the back of the net. And there is an icing against the Flyers with 11:42 left to go here in the first period. Sioux Falls maybe doesn't feel blood in the water right yet, but they got to start to sense a little bit here between these 2 teams.
The real difference is Sioux Falls won the first 2 meetings of the year.
So as we face off again in the offensive zone, right back out is Reagan Peskov, and Rylan Peskov will throw it over for Lily Moon. Christie and Schroeder get the assists on the goal for Lingen. As it's a 2-0 lead, 11:20 to go here in the first period. Comes out to the blue line. Rylan Peskov, a shot that nearly got all the way through. A lot of traffic in front. And it went just wide after it hit a body. Here's Lily Moon with that pass. It comes off of her stick, played out of the zone by the Marlins. Trying to evade the initial shock of this game on the Mitchell Marlins. They don't want to go down 3-0 to this Sioux Falls team. This will be pushed in. Lily Moon around as it goes all the way back across. It is going to be played by Reese Amick. Sabres, backhander into the zone. Moon will throw it all the way down. She will ice it with 10:38 left to go here in period number 1. Last year, it was Aberdeen, I believe, took a 3-0 lead or a 2-0 lead, and Sioux Falls scored back-to-back goals really quick at the end of a period and made things a lot more interesting in that state championship. So just because it's 2-0 right now and the top seed isn't in the lead doesn't mean that there's not an opportunity for Mitchell. They got a high-powered offense that can score. They want to keep this a 2-goal deficit right now, if not try and get back within 1. Here's Adriana Clark racing after it. Clark moving in on Clute, but the puck just evaded her too far, and Clute was able to stick it over in the corner. As it comes around the near side corner, where it's picked up by the Marlins, but Gabby Schroeder takes over. That pass looking to the slot for Clark, and it's now back again for the Marlins as they exit the zone, and Barrett Hefty will throw it right back in. Flyers are making a change. A pass out off of the stick. It will be on its edge, rolling down, and Barrett Hefty will pick it up. And Hefty into the far side corner. Nearly lost the puck, nearly turned it over. Cleared away by the Flyers out of the zone. And the pass over now for Reese Amick. Reese Amick puts it in the zone, but right back to Sioux Falls. They clear the zone another time. And Tronis, as she gets it back in, pushed along by Kelsey Amick, but she ran into Alexa Christie. Otherwise, she had an opportunity to control that in the corner. It is going to become free, where Kelsey Amick will turn, looking for a pass to the slot, broken up by the Flyers. And then from Ewald, a pass that's knocked down by Jarman. And Brooke Jarman will take the puck again. Throws it to the net, and it goes wide. Kelsey Amick, pass goes back out for Reese Amick. Reese Amick with a shot that's gloved down by Alexa Christie. And Alexa Christie takes off into the neutral zone. Making the play is Alexa Christie. Gloving it down, then got a shot away. That goes wide of Clute with 8:50 left to go here in the first period. There's another chance. A shot, it was blockered down by Clute. There's a chance for Ramsey another time, but she couldn't get a shot away. Zoe Gora scored the first goal of the game, along with Ramsey over there in the corner. It's played out by the Marlins, and a race after it. It was going to be won by the Sioux Falls Flyers. Here it comes in the Flyers zone, and Ramsey throws it across for Reagan Peskov. Peskov across up for Reagan Peskov. Backhanded out of the zone. Back in by Emma Ramsey. A bouncing puck that's settled down by the Marlins with 8:08 left here in the first period. The Flyers lead it 2-0. That pass for Kelsey Amick picked up by Sabres, and Brindley Sabres will throw it in to the offensive end. There's a pass to the near side. And Gabby Schroeder, a pass is intercepted. Nearly an opportunity for Kelsey Amick, but a good stick there by Schroeder. And Schroeder will get the puck back and passes it up ahead to the near side. It's Lily Moon that picks it up. And Moon moves in. A hard shot and a blocker save by Klutz. Nearly made it 3-0. Moon was right on that one. Here is Moon from the near side. Back out to the blue line, and it's picked off. And here's Brindley Sabres on a breakaway. Sabres is in. Her shot save is made by Van Der Esch. The rebound comes back to Sabres. Another chance, and a save by Van Der Esch. Two good looks there from Sabres. And Van Der Esch makes both saves. 7:05 to go here in the first period.
Big time save there.
Van Der Esch has made all 8 saves against right now. Brooke Jarman will pick it up in the neutral zone for the Marlins. Back in, there's a slap shot from the blue line, a glove save by Van Der Esch, and we get a whistle with 6:52 to go here in period number 1.
Oh, big saves. You said it. Sabres, she can really put it on. Briley Sabres, she's a great shooter.
So here is on the faceoff. It's controlled by the Flyers. Gora gets it up for Reagan Peskov, just past her, and it'll be backhanded by McKenna Tronis. Out of the zone, over on the far side. Olivia Knuckles is over there to disrupt that pass attempt. It comes back to Knuckles. And now Knuckles will push it back to the Flyers' blue line. Pass comes to the near side where Gora will take it for the Flyers. Her dumping attempt was blocked down. And at the blue line still is controlled by the Flyers. Pass goes back. Christie will try the other side. Missing the pass attempt and now picked up by Reese Amick. Reese Amick up ahead. And the Marlins will clear the zone and they will ice the puck with 6:05 left to go here in the first period. The South Dakota State Championship between the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Mitchell Marlins.
Not many times has Mitchell been shut out this year in a period, but Sioux Falls has shut him out for a game.
So here is with 6:05 left to go, leading 2-0 to the Sioux Falls Flyers. That faceoff is won by the Flyers and a shot was blocked down. Chipping down the zone, pass goes over, looking for Sabres again, and delayed offside by the Marlins, so they got to tag back up. And now the Flyers will pick it up with a lot of space as Lily Moon. Her pass over for Lingen. And now it'll be back on the near side where Adriana Clark will pick it up. And we get a tie up, and a couple of players will hit the ice. And it will come free for Kelsey Amick to play away. She's a senior for the Mitchell Marlins. There's a pass that was intercepted by Moon, and it was knocked off of her stick with 5:20 left to go here in period number 1. As Moon will pick it back up again. She couldn't get the shot away, but she was able to get that turning pass around. It was picked up by the Flyers, and now Clark still with it with a player down for the Marlins, and then finally cleared away by the Marlins. And a race for it. But Moon will win the race to it, and it'll be played all the way back down again. It was tipped by the Marlins, so there's no icing. Up on the far side, it's Gabby Schroeder for the Flyers. A pass as she was falling down. Barrett Hefty nearly overskated it, but threw it to the near side corner with now 4:45 to go in the first period. Still 2-0 lead here for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Up the boards on the far side. Hefty will hold it in. As it comes from the back end, over now for Ewald. And Ewald's pass is broken up. Still picked up by the Flyers. They've done a good job of hemming in the Marlins right now. The Marlins will clear the zone, but they can't clear it down the ice. And now they try it another time, but it will come right over to Klutz, who tried to get a shot from the blue line, but it was broken up by the Flyers. It'll be Tupper. And Tupper's on the ice for the first time that we've at least said her name. Brooke Jarman will play it down. She got close to the red line. They wave off icing. S. Hefty will pick it up with 3:55 to go in the first period. Back again. Here is the opportunity from a pass going across, and it's Gore from the red line, or from the blue line, a shot, and a save made by Clute. That is save number 8. That puck comes in free in front. And on the backhand pass is picked up by the Marlins. They got to find a way to get the puck out of the zone, but it's picked off by the Flyers. And there's a shot that's broken up again. That one's turned over. Lily Moon walks it in. Moon with a shot and a save by Clute. That went off the right pad and just snuck past the post. It was nearly 3-0 again for the Flyers. That one cleared away and down the ice it goes, but it was touched, so there is no icing. Reagan Peskov will pick it up, blows a tire in her own end, but nobody around her, so she's able to get right back up. Get the tire fixed with no problem before any traffic comes along. Here's Lily Moon. Didn't have to put the hazards on or anything, as Alyssa Lingen will pick it up. And Lingen on her backhand as she goes around the net. She'll spin from the near side corner with 2:45 left to go here in the first period. Clark still has it here for the Flyers. She'll pass it back behind the net, trying to get a little give and go with Clark. And that one comes back in front, trying to stuff it in, and it will be covered up by Clute, and we get a whistle at 2:34 to go here in the first period.
Yeah. Interesting first period.
12-8 shots in favor of the Sioux Falls Flyers. And they lead at 2-0. Zoe Gore and Alyssa Lingen with the 2 goal scorers right now. Schroeder and Christie had the assist on Lingen's goal.
Sioux Falls was here a year ago, and that experience is paying off right now.
As it comes to the near side, the Marlins trying to get to it with 2:17 left to go here in the first period. Alexa Christie on the backhander. It'll be played from Clark. And Clark falls, but from her knees is able to play it across to the backhand. A no-look pass. The pass attempt is blocked up, but still on the stick of Gabby Schroeder. And now Schroeder, there are a bunch of players are tangled up around. Pass trying to come in front, blocked up by the Marlins. Brooke Jarman goes down. Clark gets hit in the boards. Collided to the boards. There is no checking. That was not a penalty. Jarman put herself into nearly blowing a tire, trying to stick handle around. Barrett Hefty will continue to spin circles, but Sabres had it. Pass goes over just off the stick of Amick, and it'll come out. And now a race after it. Barrett Hefty swinging for it. That's popped high up in the air, stays in play, and it's now picked back up again by the Flyers. I believe it's Tristan Zimmer that is back there on defense for the Marlins. 1:12 left to go here in the first period. Barrett Hefty back from her own, from the red line. Pass goes in, but an offside is called. Moving in before the pass attempts with the Flyers, and we get a whistle with 1:06 to go here in the first period. 2-0 with a lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers on goals from Zoe Gore and Alyssa Lingen. And a face-off here, Ramsey takes the face-off. That was against Tiffany Hatwan. Ramsey is in. That shot goes slow to the net, and then Klutz on the side of the net will dive for it, and to cover for a whistle with 55.3 to go here in the first period. Still 2-0. Sioux Falls, they struck first. They struck just about a minute later, less than a minute later, about 35 seconds left after that to make it 2-0. There's a shot off the face-off, and a blocker save made by Clute. A pass coming to the front of the net. There's another chance and another save by Clute. She's been strong here in the last half of this period with 35 seconds left to go in the first. Here on the near side is Lily Moon that picks it up. Moon gets a wide open look. The save is made by Clute. The rebound is still loose. Trying to stuff it in. It was on the side of the goalpost, but they couldn't stuff it in. That's a big one for the Flyers not to get. As it comes out for Reagan Peskov. They may not need it right now, but it might be coming. That might be one to circle back to if the Marlins come back in this game. 8 seconds left to go in the period. Now the Marlins are just trying to hold on here in the final 5 seconds. As it's flipped high up, it'll go into the crowd, and we will get the whistle, and the period will expire And I don't know if they're going to talk about it. They're not going to talk about it.
No.
They're just going to say that's the end of the first period. So a 2-0 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Goals by Zoe Gore and Alyssa Lingen have given the Flyers a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. This should be an entertaining second and third period as the Sioux Falls Flyers, I'm about to say Hawaii Capitals, that's still in that mode. The Sioux Falls Flyers lead over the Mitchell Marlins 2-0 at the end of one. Back with our first intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown as you're listening to the state tournament and the state championship game on Capital City Rock on KSDR and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Hawaii Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Hawaii Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and into our first intermission report, as it is a 2-0 lead right now for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Mitchell Marlins. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. And a good first period for the Sioux Falls Flyers, out shooting the Marlins by 9 and getting that 2-0 lead.
Much different team, the Sioux Falls team, than what they showed the first 2 games. Much different team. Not only that, of course, they dominated, in my opinion, they dominated the first period. And, of course, they came to play in their experience. They were here a year ago, and I think that it's really showing up in this game.
Yeah, they controlled the puck.
Yeah.
Almost the entire period. They kind of put it where they wanted. They kind of were able to come down, set up their offense a little bit, controlling the whole puck.
Well, yesterday Mitchell got off to that really fast start, so today it was Sioux Falls to do the same thing. They took a page out of their book from yesterday.
You know, Sioux Falls hasn't played from behind in this tournament and probably hasn't played from behind very much in the entire season, but Mitchell hasn't played from behind in this tournament at all. They came out and dominated the first 2 games, so they've got to go in this locker room and figure out Now we got to figure out how to play from behind and play in a tough game here at the state tournament.
Well, and not only that, but you have a team like Sioux Falls that goes, well, we've already beaten you twice this year. Come and beat us if you're gonna get the job done. And I really think that gives you a little more swagger. And like we talked earlier in the day, when you go into a game that you expect to win as opposed to hoping to.
That's right.
Do you know what the definition of swagger is?
I got a feeling we'll digress there. Well, but I think Mitchell's going to have to figure out a way to get Van Der Esch moving. I don't think you can beat this team if you don't get her moving. You can't square up on her. She's too good a goalie. She doesn't even give up a full goal a game based on the statistics.
Yep,
they need to get 2 on her right now. How are you going to do that? You have to move her, otherwise it'll never happen.
They did have a chance at one point when Sabres couldn't get the stick on that loose puck, and they had her a little bit out of position that one time. But that's one of the rarities.
And that would have gave them a 1-0 lead. And what could be different in this game if Mitchell had a 1-0 lead instead of Sioux Falls having a 1-0 lead? Our 2 goal scorers, it was Zoe Gore with 13:02 left to go, and there was an unassisted goal that made it 1-0. Then with 12:35 left to go, so just under 30 seconds later, Alyssa Lingen scored to make it 2-0. Gabby Schroeder and Alexa Christie got the goal as it was a 2-0 lead here at the end of the first period between Sioux Falls and Mitchell. We'll step aside, have more from our great sponsors who are sponsoring us here for the next 2 weekends, for this weekend and next weekend, the boys' state tournament, as you're listening to the girls' state tournament in the state championship game on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into the continuing our first intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. So, all right, guys, I get to ask you this question, and I'll give. I don't know if anyone's easier than the other one, but I'm going to start with Jim this time. And Jim, what does Sioux Falls need to do to continue to have this 2-0 lead, if not extend it?
Control the puck. That's what worked for them the beginning of the entire first period. Just control the puck. You have to keep it away from those top scorers that Mitchell has. Keep it away from them.
And they did a great job doing that.
So now, Jeff, for Mitchell.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to say you got to be tied at the end of the second period, but how do you draw within one at the worst of the second period?
I think you've got to get some offense. They really haven't had a chance. They haven't had many looks at Van Der Esch to begin with. And I think they need to get some offense going.
So,
you'd hard to say that when you look at what they've done in the first 2 games of the tournament, but they don't have really any offense at this stage.
Who would ever think you'd say that, right?
Yeah.
At this point of the games that we've seen.
Yeah.
But that might be a good thing, too, because it's not like you got 20 shots on goal and you can't score against Van Der Esch. And you're saying, oh, boy, well, this is going to be tough. If you get an offense, this high-powered offense, if you get that going, you'll probably feel good about trying to tie this up and maybe win this hockey game and win the state championship.
That'll give them a real jump in their step, so to speak, as some guy I know by the name of Jim says that. But it will give them a real jump in their step if they can get a goal and give them a little at this point, give them a little momentum. They just haven't gotten anything going yet offensively.
Well, I think
But that's credit to Sioux Falls.
Mitchell's too good a shooters to be shut out.
Yeah. But they have been shut out this year once.
I know.
And that was by this team.
Yep. Exactly.
So it is a 2-0 lead here for the Sioux Falls Flyers at the end of the first period. We step aside and when we come back, that second period is for you next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
The Ramcoda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramcoda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramcoda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramcoda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today.
As we are set for the second period, we welcome you back here on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports and listening on KSDR in Watertown. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd as the teams will be on their way out here in just a moment.
So we have Spencer working in Pierre today?
It's actually Jacob. Jacob
right.
Mayer is working
and
today.
We've got Nick working today, or do we have somebody else, I suppose? Maybe it might be Rod today working in Watertown. We might have the couple other people that we normally have.
I thought it might have been Nick. I thought he told me he was going to be there all weekend.
But we appreciate the work of all our board ops here as the...
They make us look good or bad.
Well, hopefully they are. I can't speak for you guys. I'm sure I could. That Nick does a good job.
You have,
but Jacob does a very good job. Spencer did a very good job. Jen did a very good job. over. And Zach, who is not one of my board ops, he's a news director. He helped out on Friday, too. So all of our board ops back in Pierre are fantastic to work with.
We don't have that many.
Well, I don't have that many either, and Zach just turned into a board out for me on Friday. But it will be the Mitchell Marlins going from left to right, the Flyers from right to left, and we are set here for the second period between the Mitchell Marlins and the Sioux Falls Flyers. 2-0 lead. Kelsey Amick and Emma Ramsey for the opening faceoff. And we are underway here in the second period. Thought you were going to keep talking. I thought you had something there, Jeff.
Well, I did, but I thought I better put a lid on it.
As is in the zone here for the Flyers, but they are offside. 9 seconds in. There you go. Now you can take the lid off.
Take the lid off.
Well, the only thing for Mitchell in that first period, only thing that got hurt was their pride. The only thing that got hurt was their pride. Now they just have to put that period behind and go to work.
As it comes out of the zone, out to the neutral zone, and comes right back in by the Flyers. It'll be picked up by Kate Nash. And Nash will turn from the far side up the boards. Sabers a good pass around the tape of Amick, but she couldn't handle it cleanly. And then her pass back to Sabers is intercepted by Barrett Hefty, where it'll come back into the Mitchell Marlins end. Fanning on an opportunity to clear the zone. That was Tristan Zimmer. Then she overskated the puck. It's picked up by Hefty, blockered down by Klutz, and diving for it was Kate Nash to keep it out of the zone, or keep it out from inside the slot. There's a pass goes up for Sabers, and it just goes off of her stick, and Lily Moon will pick it up. That one a pass off of Sioux Falls, and it was loose in front as we've played a little bit of a sloppy first minute of this second period. Tronis nearly lost the handle of it. Schroeder picks it up on the near side corner, and Tronis continues to hound her behind the net. That pass coming to the slot was broken up by the Marlins, and now it'll be Brooke Jarman. 3-on-2 for the Marlins if they can hurry, but a good defensive stick. That one time by Reagan Peskov to keep the Marlins from coming in the zone. Schroeder will dump it in, a bouncing puck, and a left pad save made by Klutz. Should have kicked that left skate out there to make the save. Right back in by the Flyers as they make a change. Emma Ramsey will pitch it farther along on the boards, but now it'll come up the boards on the near side. Held in by Lily Moon. Moon makes a couple moves around. The puck is still loose. She'll pick it up, and the shot goes off of Olivia Knuckles as she was able to block that one away. There's a pass through the slot, misses everybody. Comes back out to Moon, though, on the near side. She'll work it down below the face-off circle and around the net, looking for maybe a stuff job, but instead she'll work it back out to the high slot. Pass misses, and then still in the zone by Reagan Peskov. Ramsey, they work the cycle around, and a pass to the slot and misses everybody because the only person right there was Reese Amick. And Reese Amick moves in. Amick with a shot and a save made by Van Der Esch, and there is no rebound. And a whistle with 14:36 to go here in the second period. 19-9 in shots in favor of the Sioux Falls Flyers. As it'll be a face-off to the left of Riley Van Der Esch. And on the face-off, it is won by the Mitchell Marlins. Calling for the puck was Kelsey Amick because she was standing right at the top of the face-off circle wide open. Nash will wind up with a shot. That one got all the way through on a bouncing puck. That was a save by Van Der Esch. Comes here back to the point. The shot is loose in front after it's blocked down again, and then chipping it out of the zone and race after it. Clark comes out, but it is Klutz that will get to it first, and Clark nearly got a shot away that Kate Nash was able to disrupt. Here is Tristan Zimmer. Hard around the boards.
I like to see a goalie do that.
Barrett Hefty. She picks it up as she pinches in. Back to Alyssa Lingen. Winds up with a shot. That one will go wide. It bounces back behind the net. Stays in play and nearly was wrapped in. But the puck is still loose. Where it'll be Clark that had it. And then a backhander off the side of the net. The Mitchell Marlins trying to exit the zone. Sabres will turn. Throws it off the boards and out of the zone. Picked up by Hefty. Nearly turned over to Jarman. And then it was grabbed along by Sabres as she moves in one-on-one. Sabres with a wind-up shot. She scores! Brindley Sabres goes upstairs on Riley Van Der Esch over the blocker. And it's 2-1 with 13:30 to go here in the second period.
Brindley Sabres found it on her stick in the neutral zone. and took that thing right into the back of the net. And she's just what, Jeff?
30th goal of the year. She's just an 8th grader.
Just an 8th grader.
So
wow.
2-1 score now with the Marlins right back in this one with 13:30 to go here in the second period. That's a big-time goal for Brindley Sabres in the state championship that pulls their team within one. Now the next couple minutes become crucial for the Marlins not to give up a goal and for the Flyers to get that momentum right back on their side if they're able to score. Reese Amick off the boards, up ahead, back to Sabres.
Beautiful pass.
Sabres from the blue line, winds up, and a glove save made by Van Der Esch. Didn't catch it cleanly. Sabres said, I did it the first time. How about I go a little bit farther out and try it a second time?
Well, Van Der Esch proves she's human.
Here's Zoe Gora in. A good pass for Ramsey. A shot and a save made by Clute, and the rebounds swung away to the far side. That was a great pass from Gora right to the stick of Ramsey. We've seen some good passing here the last couple of minutes. Brooke Jarman escapes her own end. Knocked away by Reagan Peskov as it will be played here on the near side where Lily Moon will pick it back up and will try it up the near side boards, and it'll come across, but it's still grabbed again by the Flyers. Back for Moon another time, but Tronis is there to intercept it. Ramsey takes over, one-on-one in the zone. Ramsey moves in, blocked the shot from Reese Amick as it's played, swung out by Sabres, and she will ice the puck with 12:19 to go here in the second period. Things got a lot more interesting about a minute ago when Brindley Sabres made it to a 2-1 game.
Yeah, 30 goals, and she, as we mentioned, an 8th grader. That's pretty remarkable.
I don't know how that even happens.
Yeah.
You got to be some kind of special talent to score 30 goals as an 8th grader. There's a shot and a save by Clute off the glove, and she was able to swat the rebound over off to the side. It was an unassisted goal for Sabres to make it 2-1. The Flyers trying to get the puck back in front of the net. Pass from Van Voorst over for Hefty. Back to Faith Van Voorst. She'll swing it over. There's a shot from the near side. That was from Reagan Hayes that just was off of a skate because she had a good look at the net as well. With 11:45 to go here in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers. As they battle in the near side, it comes to the back into the Mitchell Marlins end where they clear the zone. It was tipped, so there is no icing as it goes all the way down. Alexa Christie. Pass up on the far side boards. Held in by the Marlins. That shot through, but it was blocked down. Jarman with a shot. It was off of a stick, and it was over to Riley Van Der Esch, and she's able to make the save. That was a dangerous shot there from Jarman. Got a piece of the Sioux Falls stick, and with 11:22 to go, Van Der Esch picks up a huge save to keep it a 2-1 game. Faceoff will be to the left of Van Der Esch, and the Flyers will escape the zone rather quickly. Racing after it is going to be Gora. She's going to get to it before it got to an icing. It comes to the slot where Brooke Jarman will pick it up, and she will circle around the boards, or circle around the net. And from the near side, Jarman races in the neutral zone, off the boards to herself in the offensive zone. There's a shot that's blocked down, and it goes up into the netting and out of play after Peskov was able to block that one up. 10:56 to go here in the second period, and it's still a 2-1 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers.
As good as these two are, we could have a 2-1 hockey game.
That might be the end of scoring.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I want to see some more goals here in this game. I think a lot of fans want to see a lot more goals scored, especially if you're Mitchell. You want to see at least 2 more be scored by the Marlins. As it's here on the near side, the Sioux Falls Flyers will pick it up. Gora pass over. Moving in was Reagan Peskov, comes all the way down, and then Sadie Clute will cover for a whistle with 10:40 left to go here in the second period. Sadie Clute has now made 20 saves on 22 shots. Van Der Esch with 13 saves on 14 shots. 10:40 left to go here in the second period. Face off to the left of Clute. It is won by the Flyers. Schroeder is finding some space on the backhand, a shot, and that was a save made again by Clute. Schroeder gets her stick canceled out. A good tie up there by Tristan Zimmer. And it comes out to the blue line, but it's held in by the Flyers. There's a one-time chance and looking for a redirect on the pass was Alyssa Lingen, but she put it wide. Here is Reese Amick up the boards. Alyssa Lingen will turn with it. And Lingen back behind the net for Clark. That goes off of her stick, and Clark will play it back over for Christie. Winds up with a shot, and she scores! Alexa Christie makes it 3-1 with 10 minutes to go here in the second period.
Clute reacted just a little late. That was a ripper.
3.5 minutes later, Christie has got a 3-1 game as the Sioux Falls Flyers are right back up by 2.
Christie has a goal and an assist so far in this game.
And Alexa Christie, right now, she might be on the track to being our player of the game in the championship game with those 2 points. McKenna Tronis throws it down the ice. Clark and Lingen get the assist. 9:40 left to go here in the second period. There's a shot from Kelsey Amick that was off of a body. Comes out for Tronis. She tried to fan it. She fanned to try and keep it in, but it's played from Kelsey Amick over into the corner. This top line for the Mitchell Marlins have got to come up big here another time. They've got to make this a one-goal hockey game at least going into the third period, as it'll be played all the way around here on the near side again. And then there's a penalty coming up, and the Marlins will have to go on the penalty kill. Kelsey Amick will go to the penalty box. It is a trip, or hook, is going to be called, and it will be for the Sioux Falls Flyers, a Pelican Power Sports power play with 9:13 left to go here in the second period. Every power play goal, Pelican Power Sports is donating $15 to Feeding South Dakota for this tournament and the next one. So we got 11 more games to go for Pelican Power Sports power play. There's a clearing attempt by the Mitchell Marlins all the way down with 1:45 left to go on the power play for the Sioux Falls Flyers. These are the top 2 teams in the league in both power play percentages and penalty kill. So special teams could be a factor, but it may not be a factor because both of them are just so good on both. Here's Lily Moon starting to move in. She's going to try and swing wide. A couple of players tumble on the ice. Lingen plays it back over the far side. Sabres is over there along with Moon. And a couple of players get tied up. And it'll be Reese Amick that will clear it all the way down. 8:27 left to go in the second period. 1:10 left on the power play. As it's played up the boards, Kate Nash couldn't hold the zone. And then she gets pinwheeled around. And it'll come to the near side where the Marlins end up putting it into their own bench, and that might have been the best play there from Reese Amick. Just to get everybody reset, and Kate Nash, who had fallen to the ice, it could have been a 5-on-3. But Reese Amick said, let's have Coach Tronis catch that puck. 1 minute, 1 second left in the power play. 8:14 to go in the second period. Face-off is controlled by the Flyers. Gora over for Christie. Christie looking for her second goal. It's still loose, and it comes to the slot where it's cleared away by Tristan Zimmer. And all the way down it goes with 48 seconds left here in the power play. The Flyers, a pass to the blue line. It's going to be picked up by Reagan Peskov. Flying in the offensive end. There's a shot and a glove save made by Clute, and we get a whistle with 7:42 to go here in the second period. Still 29 seconds left in the Pelican Power Sports power play. (25-14) and shots in favor of the Sioux Falls Flyers. And the faceoff is won all the way back to Clute. We get another whistle. 2 seconds came off the clock. The big penalty kill here for the Mitchell Marlins. They still got another 25 seconds left, but Brooke Jarman will escape in the neutral zone with it. And now Jarman moving in. Jarman with a shot. Save is made. The rebound was loose, but it comes back to the blue line. There's a shot that's kicked by Reagan Peskov. And Peskov will turn with 4 seconds to go on the power play. So Kelsey Amick comes out of the penalty box. And we are back to 5-on-5 with 7:09 left to go here in the second period. It'll be back to Zimmer, backhander out of the zone for Kelsey Amick. And Amick, with Schroeder leading on her, puts it around the near side corner with 6:50 left to go here in the second period. Back again is Jarman. Backhander through the slot and come back out to the blue line. Zimmer trying to throw it through, but it was blocked up by Schroeder. And Gabby Schroeder will turn. Makes a couple of nice moves in her own end as she'll get into the neutral zone. And Schroeder on her backhand, carries it in, gets to the forehand. Schroeder with a shot and a stick save made by Kloop. It is Clark that will pick it back up. Clark's been around the puck a lot these 3 games. Just doesn't have a whole lot of points to go along with it. This will go all the way down. We get a whistle with an icing with 6:13 left to go here in the second period.
3-1 score.
26 to
Sioux
15.
Falls leading. 2 well-coached teams.
Yeah.
And, of course, Bukovic also takes that other team that South Dakota has.
Team South Dakota.
Team South Dakota, and coaches them also. He just quietly does his job, doesn't he?
He does.
There's a pass that comes to the slot, and it was broken up by the Marlins. It's still loose as it comes back for Clute, and then being upended was Reagan Hayes. So we get a whistle with 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Final 6 minutes of this second period, and it's going to be a big one here for the Mitchell Marlins, down by 2 goals. As the faceoff is picked up by the Marlins. Up it goes, and out from Samantha Clute. It goes down, but it was played by the Flyers, so there is no icing with 5:45 to go in the second period. Trina steps up, knocked down. There's a shot from Hatwan. It's blocked up, goes back to the blue line where Trinas will throw it back in, and it's tagging back up are the Mitchell Marlins. And Trinas will head off for a change. And it's played out of the zone where it's picked up by the Flyers. And here is Lily Moon picking up speed in the offensive end. Good stick there from Kate Nash. That was an impressive stick there from Nash because Moon had a lot of speed. Comes out to the blue line but held in. Good play there from Reagan Peskov as she stepped up to hold the zone. Goes back out. There's a shot that gets all the way through, and it's right pad save made. Comes back in front. Ramsey had an opportunity. Reagan Peskov is down, as well as Hatwan. That puck came flipping up, and if Jeff was over a little bit farther to his left, he could have reached out and grabbed that puck.
Opportunity missed.
Just not far enough.
That's 3 times this weekend.
Yep. One of these days.
Yeah, hopefully at some point in this next second or third period we can get the get a puck that comes up here. Kelsey Amick, Emma Ramsey on the faceoff to the right of Clute. It's won by the Flyers and Ramsey. Moon from the back end of the forehand. She lost the puck, but Ramsey will play it across. And now to be moving in was Reagan Peskov. As it'll be played out, Brooke Jarman. And Jarman starts to move it across. Jarman with a tough shot. That one went wide. It's played at the blue line. The pass goes across, ice to the near side, where it's out of the zone by the Flyers. Reese Amick will turn with it. Her pass, that's intercepted. Onside play for Gora. There's a shot and a glove save made by Clute. And a whistle with 4:13 to go here in the second period.
Quite a lopsided advantage for Sioux Falls with shots on goal, 29-16. That's a bit of a surprise.
I wouldn't say it's going to be over if Mitchell does not pull within 1 at the end of the second period, but it becomes much harder if they go to the third period with a 2-goal deficit than if they are able to pull back within 1.
Based on who they have in the net, Sioux Falls does. Yes.
Ridley Sabres pushes it in for the Mitchell Marlins on the far side boards. It'll be out to the blue line. It's still held in by the Marlins, but the Flyers are able to get it out of the zone, and it stays just in play on the top of the boards before it went to the bench. And a pass comes across, and here is Sabres, just can't quite get in the zone. And it's Clark back away. And Adriana Clark, she hasn't scored a whole lot, but boy, she has been ever effective for the Sioux Falls Flyers this weekend. Clark back again. She's chopped down by Jarman. As it comes back out, and just past Alexa Christie. And then Christie and Amick run into each other. Fans will yell, but there is no call as now Sabres winds up with another slap shot. She is late on a shift. She is dog tired right now. She comes off the ice. Didn't have much on that opportunity. There's a trip that's going to come up against Kelsey Amick. And it will be another power play for Sioux Falls and another penalty against Kelsey Amick.
That's 2 for her. She's going to have to be a little bit careful.
So with 3:06 to go, now if you're Mitchell, you're almost thinking, okay, let's go to the locker room down by 2 goals. We don't want to give up a Pelican Power Sports power play to the Sioux Falls Flyers and go down 4-1. Clark will take the face-off against that one, and it's won by Clark. Gabby Schroeder over for Moon. That shot didn't get all the way through. It was blocked up in front. Alyssa Lingen will pick it up on the far side. On the power play, the Flyers. Back behind the net for Clark. Plays it back over for Lingen. And Alyssa Lingen's pass, that's intercepted by Knuckles, but the puck's not going to get out of the zone. Lily Moon picks it back up. Schroeder walks it in. High shot that misses wide. Back to the blue line, and Moon holds the zone another time. Here's Lingen. Lingen looking for the slot for Schroeder. Maybe waited just a little bit too long. Now it's Lingen. Back for Clark, and there's Schroeder. A one-timer, she scores! Gabby Schroeder makes it 4-1 with 2:27 to go in the second period.
Gabby Schroeder did a fantastic job of getting herself open there. She went to one side, and when that pass was late coming in, she just kind of curled around and went over to the other side ever so slowly, trying to create a passing lane. Nice job, Gabby Schroeder.
There'll be an assist on that play.
Yeah, I believe Clark was the one that passed it over to Schroeder. Actually, it was Clark and Lingen that will get the assist because Lingen fed it to Clark, who put it right out in front for Schroeder. So now a 4-1 lead for the Flyers, and things don't look completely bleak yet, but things are looking bleaker here for the Mitchell Marlins if they can't find a way to score here before the end of this second period. As it will be Kelsey Amick, who's got 2 penalties against her. She's going to be careful here the rest of the way. There's a Pelican Power Sports power play, so another $15 is donated by Pelican Power Sports on the power play goal that was scored by Gabby Schroeder. As it will be Lily Moon. Moves in. Moon with a shot in a right pad save by Clute. Nearly made it 5-1. Moon's got a hard shot. She just hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet.
That was a beautiful play.
Kate Nash moving in. There's a hard shot by Nash that goes wide. Pass goes back to the point, or to the slot. Then Nash plays it down, looking over and off the pad of Vander Esch, and no one there for the rebound for the Marlins. That was a good look there for the Marlins. Brooke Jarman holds it in on an intercepted pass. That shot got through, and Vander Esch makes the save with 1:23 to go here in the second period.
They did get Vander Esch to move a little bit left to right, but it didn't matter. They couldn't take advantage of it.
Yeah, Kate Nash with a really nice pass there.
32-18 in shots in favor of the Sioux Falls Flyers. A 4-1 score. As it'll be a face-off that's won by Sioux Falls. And from the near side, it'll be controlled by Sioux Falls with 1:12 to go in the second period. Pass comes back around. The Flyers, again, they're just playing pitch and catch right now, kind of keep away from the Marlins. Out of the zone it finally goes, and it's picked up by the Marlins. Final minute here in the first period. The second period, excuse me. Reese Amick was knocked down. Again, the Mitchell fans yelling, but no call. There will be no icing. Touching it was Schroeder before it got to just past her. Now Tiffany Hatwan for the Marlins. Hatwan up the boards, not out of the zone. Held in. Hefty plays it around. Here's Tronis. McKenna Tronis will be tied up behind the net where Hatwan will pick it back up again. Hatwan throws it all the way down, and it will go just wide of Vander Esch. We get a whistle with 20.7 to go here in the second period. We are closing in on the end of the second period, and the Sioux Falls Flyers are sitting in a good spot right now. Up 4-1, out shooting the Marlins 32-18. Face-off is won by the Flyers. Ramsey put it in front. There's a shot that goes wide. It comes here to the near side with 8 seconds left to go in the period. It'll be played from Reese Amick. And all the way down, Lily Moon will pick it up. She will wait and let the clock run out. And the Sioux Falls Flyers are now 17 minutes away with a 3-goal lead. 17 minutes away from picking up a state championship over the Mitchell Marlins. 4-1 is our score here at the end of 2 periods, with the Flyers out shooting the Marlins 32-18. Mitchell pulled within 2-1, but it was then Alexa Christie and Gabby Schroeder that makes it 4-1 as we head to the end of the second period and into our first intermission report, or the second intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSTR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
The Ramcoda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramcoda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramcoda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramcoda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and into our second intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, as it is Jamestown, University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. And it is, one goal scorer is on their way to University of Jamestown, Gabby Schroeder. She'll be in the University of Jamestown next year. There's actually 2 girls that are playing here that will be part of the University of Jamestown women's hockey next year, and that is Kelsey Amick and Gabby Schroeder. Right now, I don't think they care much about each other. Here in about a couple of days, they'll care about each other. They'll be ready to be teammates. Right now, they probably can't stand each other as they're playing in the state championship with the Sioux Falls leading 4-1 right now. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunt as well as KSDR Watertown, just past 3 o'clock. Your take on the second period.
Well, and you know, you talk about these 2 gals, and they'll needle each other when they get on this college team. A lady, you know, just remind them from time to time, well, by the way, we beat you, and that type of thing, all in good humor. Well, and I still think that Sioux Falls continues to dominate. I don't think that has changed a lot, especially when you start looking at shots on goal, which is a lopsided 32-18 favoring Sioux Falls. I think they continue to dominate this game. And you look at these 2 teams, you've got, of course, Adriana Clark all over the ice. She does a great job. Maybe doesn't get a lot of goals, but she's in a lot of great positions to help her team win. Same thing, of course, for Gabby Schroeder. She has a great vision on the ice. And when she's out there, she knows, like a lot of your good players do, where everybody is. She's looking over the ice, looking down the ice, and kind of surveying the whole situation. I think she does a great job there. She's a good passer. She's a good shooter. She's really a complete player, and yet I don't think she gets a lot of credit in some ways because she's on a team that has so many good guns that she doesn't have to be the leading goal scorer. She doesn't have to try to do it all. So she kind of quietly goes about her job. So I think that Sioux Falls, without any question in my mind, right now, today, maybe if they played tomorrow, it'd be a different story, but they're the best team in the state, no doubt.
Yeah, right now, and you can see them just slowly starting to pull away.
Yeah.
Not terrible on the scoreboard. I mean, they're still only up by 3, but they're just starting to pull away. And they're doing exactly what they did the first period, controlling the puck.
Yeah.
They're controlling the puck on both ends.
Yep, and it hasn't changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as long as they do that and they have their goalie Van Der Esch, they're going to be just fine. But they've done a fantastic job of controlling this game.
But you look at this state tournament, and as we've mentioned over the last couple of days, how far it has come over the last 5 years, even 10 years. It's the hockey is really the bar's been really raised, I guess you could put it that way. And these girls have really done a great job, and the coaching's been great, and it's really quite entertaining and fun to watch.
The one thing that you see on these two caliber teams, unlike some of the other teams in the state, everybody on these two teams are good skaters.
Oh yeah,
all of them are. Some of the other teams that you see within the state, there's some top skaters, and then it kind of drops down a little bit. These two teams, everybody skates.
Yes.
It's a 4-1 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers at the end of 2 periods. It was Alexa Gore that scored first, and Alyssa Lincoln that made it 2-0 at the end of the first period. Bradley Sabers got her first of the game to make it 2-1, but then it was Sioux Falls scoring with 10 minutes to go, and then with just about 2:27 left in the power play, Alexa Christie and Gabby Schroeder made it 4-1, and that is where we sit here at the end of 2 periods. We'll step aside and have more from our second intermission report coming up here in just a moment. You're listening to the state tournament on a Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
As we welcome you back here and into the second intermission reports, it is a 4-1 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Mitchell Marlins. As we look at the end of this second period and going into this third period, Jeff, I got to ask you, get one last time.
Well, same thing. Mitchell's got to get some offense going. They really got to get something going in this game.
Well, I was going to ask you about what Sioux Falls needs to do.
Well,
Okay,
I wouldn't change a thing about Sioux Falls.
So he answered Mitchell. No. You can't answer both of them. You answer Mitchell. They got to get the offense going.
Oh, they do. As well as they've played this year and put the puck in the net, they just can't get anything going. That's a credit to the defense for Sioux Falls.
So now, Jim, how does
You
Sioux
want me
Falls
to answer that for you?
how does Sioux Falls finish the way this state championship?
Sioux Falls,
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing. It's impressive. Control this game. They've controlled it on both ends.
Yeah, and they really have. 1 for 2 of the power play. That's the only 2 penalties against have come against Mitchell, and it was a 2-1 game. That was I wouldn't say that was Mitchell's shot because they still can come out here and score 3 goals in the third period, but it feels like that was their shot to tie and take the lead on the Sioux Falls Flyers, but it didn't happen. So a 4-1 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers going into the third period. And the third period, the last regulation period of the state tournament, is on its way next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Waukee Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
The Ramcota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramcota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramcota has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramcota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here in to the third period, the final regulation period of the girls varsity state tournament. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. Both teams will be making their way out here in just a moment as we head into the third period. 4-1, Sioux Falls leads it over the Mitchell Marlins. Marlins are the first team back out on the ice. Sioux Falls will be joining them in just a moment. And Sioux Falls, all they got to do is not be outscored by 3 goals in this third period, and they will be state champions for 2022.
Yep. Earlier today, Oahe beat Rushmore 6-2 for the consolation championship. Third place goes to Aberdeen, 8-3 over Brookings. And right here, 4-1 as we get set to start period number 3. Sioux Falls leading Mitchell.
Gabby Schroeder, she hit the gritty back on Friday. She popped a balloon here today as before they all came out of the ice.
If she wins this thing, she's going to do the gritty. I guarantee it.
So as we head into the third period, it'll be Kelsey Amick, Briley Sabers, and Brooke Jarman that top line. They won't be together next year. Kelsey Amick will be in Jamestown. But Brindley Sabres and Brooke Jarman will still be here for the Mitchell Marlins. Kate Nash will be gone from the Mitchell Marlins. But everybody else will be back for Mitchell. Emma Ramsey, Zoe Gorham, and Reagan Peskov, the three forwards, as we are underway here in the third period. The final regulation period here of the state tournament. Kelsey Amick trying to get that shot away, but it ends up being blocked down. There's a pass attempt that's blocked again, and it'll be now picked up here by Reagan Peskov. And out of the zone it goes. Kate Nash will have to race after it. Emma Ramsey looking to win the race to it. A pair of eights after it, but Brooke Jarman will play it for the Marlins. As it comes in the offensive zone for Adriana Clark, who's got 2 assists so far in this game. Out to the blue line. Alexa Christie will play it over for Barrett Hefty. A bouncing puck where it will be Kelsey Amick playing it up ahead. Now is going to be Brooke Jarman. Brooke Jarman moving in. Trying to get a shot away, and a good stick there by Alexa Christie. She waited to the perfect time to get that stick on the puck on the shot from Jarman. Sabres keeps it in the zone, but no one there for the Marlins. And it'll be out of the zone and dumped in by Zoe Gorham. She'll go off for a change as it'll be played around. Here the near side, flipped up the boards as the Marlins trying to escape the zone. Adriana Clark again over there, but it's played back out. Rylan Pesca will play it. For the blue line, a pass goes across, and it will be picked up by Tiffany Hatwan before it's dumped in farther by Alyssa Lingett. Up off the boards. Knuckles can't get out of the zone. Moon holds it in. It's still played here back to the blue line. That one shoveled into the corner for the far to the near side as the Flyers continue to work the cycle and go off for a change as Lingett. A backhander in front and a good save made by Clute, and is swept away and out of the zone. There will be no icing. It won't go the distance. Lily Moon will turn and look as she picks up the puck. And she'll stop and start reversing to the far side. Flips it up for Clark. Chips it off the boards. Out of the zone, Emma Ramsey. She'll walk into the offensive end. Ramsey with the shot, but she fanned on it. A couple of players hit the deck. They ran into each other, and then the Marlins are able to clear the zone. It was not played by a high stick. It was knocked down at the shoulder length of Zoe Gorham, and then pushed in by Alexa Christie another time. Here the Marlins. Brindley Sabres from the red line throws it in, and it will be back behind the net, and Alexa Christie will pick it back up. The Marlins, they got to work. They don't have to work very quickly, but they've got to try and find some offense with 14:20 to go in the third period, down by 3. It'll be played around, and Brooke Jarman, that's McKenna Tronis that will get back to it here for the Marlins. Played up for Sabres, and now a race to it. Looks like Brooke Jarman is going to win the race over to it. Sabres going to the front of the net, but the pass goes back out to the blue line, and is picked up by Lingett. Out it goes off the stick of Gorham. Comes up and near the blue paint and rolled up the stick of Clute. She's able to drop down to cover for a whistle with 13:52 to go here in the third period.
Boys next week. We look forward to it starting Friday morning at 9:05.
Maybe we get a timer before we get done here on how many hours we have to wait until the boys start on next Friday at 9 o'clock. You laugh, but at some point we'll have it figured out.
Oh, it's on the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association website.
So it doesn't even matter. We can just go to the website and figure it out.
It'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been counting down for the last 2 weeks.
As it's dumped in by
Same thing for the girls.
Kate Nash with 13:20 left to go in the third period. Sioux Falls again picks it back up. Alyssa Lingett back behind the net. Pass goes back to Lingett. A backhander. That goes back behind the cage another time, and then a pass from Lingett had too much muster on it. It was good through the middle of the ice and through the slot, but no one was there for the Flyers. So now Moon will pick up speed as she picked it up. Jarman touched the puck away from her, and then Hatwan nearly stole it away, but it's Clark moving in. She's got 2 assists on the afternoon. It is touched away from her, and Hatwan now. Tiffany Hatwan for the blue line. That's a bouncing puck that is going to be off of Vander Esch. She didn't cover it up. She was trying to, but played it forward, and it will come out of the zone. Where it will be Knuckles, and it goes in to the Sioux Falls bench. And we get a whistle and a face-off just outside the Sioux Falls blue line. As Hatwan and Reagan Hayes on the face-off. It's controlled by Sioux Falls, but Ewald gave it up to the Marlins, where Barrett Hefty will play it at the blue line for Sioux Falls. Hatwan, pass over, off the stick of Reese Amick. Now Hatwan picks it back up again. At the blue line, Hatwan ran into one of the Sioux Falls players, Reagan Hayes. Back for Barrett Hefty. To the near side it comes, and a pass goes off the stick of Ewald. And it will be Reese Amick. Now over for number 14, that's Samantha Kloop. Back to the blue line, Kelsey Amick moves in with a shot. She scores! Kelsey Amick goes over the shoulder again of Van Der Esch, and it's 4-2 with 11:55 to go in the third period.
That's a great shot. Kelsey Amick picks it up the blue line. Excellent shot.
That's a big-time goal for Kelsey Amick, because now Mitchell is back within 2. And with 11:55, there's still plenty of time left here in the third period.
Mitchell Marlins needing a spark, and that might just be the spark that they need to keep this thing going.
As a face-off back at center ice, Kelsey Amick with a big, big goal for the Marlins. We're not quite done yet. Here is Sabres moving back in 2-on-2. There's a wind-up shot that goes wide of Van Der Esch. That might be the spot to go. Over the glove, over the shoulders of Van Der Esch. That one's held in by the Marlins. Around it goes to the near side. It'll be Reagan Peskov. The energy of the building right now picked up a little bit with the Marlins scoring that goal. Some of the younger girls starting the chant for the Let's Go Marlins. With 11:30 to go, an icing called against Sioux Falls and an offensive zone faceoff here for the Marlins. It'll be to the right of Van Der Esch. And the faceoff is won by the Flyers. Rylan Peskov out to the blue line, and now the zone. Reagan Peskov will pick it up. It'll be in, but played by Kate Nash. Well, if the Marlins can score one more goal here in the next couple of minutes, this will be a big one to make it 4-3. Here's Lily Moon. Pass over, in for Barrett Hefty, as she is going to pick up a lot of speed moving in the offensive zone. Hefty will swing wide. And Hefty will turn, backhander to the slot, goes just over the top of the mask of Kloot, and it goes high over the cage, stays in play. Lily Moon lost the puck. Here is Sabres, 2-on-1, moving in. Sabres back over for Jarman. Jarman waits, a shot, blocked up, rebound chance, and it goes wide by Sabres. Nearly a good opportunity. That was a good opportunity for the Marlins. Jarman in front for Amick, and that one was a save by Van Der Esch. Sabres fans on a centering attempt. And it'll be Reagan Peskov, that fan on a clearing attempt. Picked back up, and now it'll be out to the blue line, and we get a whistle. And I believe the puck was off the Sioux Falls bench, so we get a face-off inside the offensive zone here for the Marlins.
Great opportunity there for the Mitchell Marlins. They had Van Der Esch moving just like they wanted to do.
So with 10:22 left to go, Hatwan will take the face-off against Alyssa Lingen. And it'll be won by the Flyers, but turned over by Mitchell. And Hefty was tripped up. The stick of one of the Mitchell players was in the skates of Hefty. There's a shot from the point, blocked down by Hefty. And it'll be played out to the blue line, but it's held in by Reese Amick. That was a good play there from the younger Amick. On the near side, Alexa Christie. She's going to pick up speed. She moves in the neutral zone and in the offensive end. Alexa Christie with a shot up high, goes over the top of the net, stays in play, and it'll be played here by the Marlins another time. Trying to escape the zone, racing after was Reese Amick again. Reese Amick listed as a defenseman for the Marlins, but looking to play more offense here, and I think a lot of the defensemen will be looking to play a lot more offense here with under 10 minutes to go in the third period. 4-2 is our score in the state championship game. The Marlins got the latest one to make it a 4-2 game. We'll see how many shifts that this top line is going to get. Brooke Jarman, she will turn. They're going to have long shifts, and they're going to take every other shift. It's picked up by Reese Amick. Jarman back to Amick. Good give and go, but Amick couldn't hold it in the zone. Actually, she did. She was able to block up an opportunity to clear it down, and it will go all the way down. It was touched by Tronis, so it has to be picked up by Kelsey Amick. And Kelsey Amick will play it here to the near side or the far side for Jarman. And Jarman nearly overskated the puck. She'll play it back for Kelsey Amick. And that one gets knocked down. It'll be back again, but it'll be played along by the Flyers. Looking for it was Reagan Peskov, and a trip is going to be called. A rough is going to be called against the Mitchell Marlins. And it will be a third power play now here for the Sioux Falls Flyers. And McKenna Tronis will go for the box for 2. With a rough with 8:41 to go, the third period, and the third Pelican Power Sports power play upcoming here for the Sioux Falls Flyers. The big one to kill off. There's a shot, and Klutz, it's loose underneath. There's another chance, and it goes just wide. I don't know how that stayed out. But it's played again here by the Flyers. There's a shot. That one's loose in front of the slot again. Nobody can get to the puck. Alyssa Lingen will get over to it. And now it'll be played on the far side. Pass that nearly missed, and it will be missed. Mitchell Marlins wanting a trip. No call against the Sioux Falls Flyers. Pass goes over, tipped out of the zone. That one was tipped out by Kelsey Amick. Barrett Hefty trying to move in on Jarman. Here on the near side. It'll be played out to the blue line and out of the zone. Good play there by the Mitchell Marlins. 7:48 to go in the third period. 1:05 left of the power play. Move with a shot. Save is made by Klute. The rebound was played away from Klute. There's another chance that goes through the blue paints. Down to 55 seconds left to go on the power play. It'll be here still for the Marlins to try and clear out of the zone. Kate Nash will pick it up from the near side. Swing it off the boards, off the glass, and it will go down. And Brooke Jarman's going to try and win a race to it. Jarman will pick it up shorthanded with a shot and a save by Van Der Esch. A good look from Jarman, and Riley Van Der Esch comes up big to make the save with 7:17 to go in the third period and 37 seconds left to go on the power play for the Sioux Falls Flyers.
Good opportunity. Nice hustle there by Jarman.
Sioux Falls needs one more player out on the power play, as it will be Reagan Peskov that will join, and she will actually take the face-off. And the face-off is controlled by Sioux Falls, and Rylan Peskov will try and push it farther along. Here is Emma Ramsey. That pass goes over for Gorup into the offensive end. Gorup on the backhanded pass. That's going to be intercepted and cleared away by Sabres. 6:55 to go, 15 seconds left in the power play. Rylan Peskov. That pass over to the blue line. It is held in by the Marlins, but it will be out to the blue line where Hatwan escaped the zone. She might have been able to keep it in, and then Sabres will pick it up. With coming out of the penalty box was Tronis, and Tronis will stay on the ice. She got all the way over to the bench, so the puck was over there too. I think Coach Tronis said, no, stay out there. 6:25 left to go. Mitchell needs 2 goals here to try and force overtime in the state championship, but now we get a whistle with the puck being frozen over there on the far side, or the near side of out of our vantage point. But we get a whistle with 6:22 to go here in the third period. 37-22 in shots. This is a big couple of minutes here. Mitchell needs to find a way to get back within 1 rather quickly. Pass out to the blue line. A one-timer that was going wide. It was off of one of the Marlins players anyway. It comes out of the zone. And it will be played over to the far side of the ice. Touched in the zone by Clark. Right back out by the Marlins. And Brooke Jarman picks it up. Cross-ice pass. Sabres. There's a long shot. Van Der Esch makes the save. And a whistle with 6 minutes to go here in the third period.
They need to get it in the goal here real soon. It's getting to that point.
And, of course, Klute is nowhere near escaping the net quite yet for an extra attacker, but we'll keep an eye on her because it doesn't matter if you lose the state championship by 3 goals, 1 goal, whatever. There's a wind-up shot and another save. That came off the stick of Kate Nash, and Van Der Esch doesn't allow a rebound.
Yep, that's what you're looking for is a rebound, and she doesn't give them up very often.
I say, but if you don't you can't win this hockey game if you don't score 2 goals over the next couple minutes. It doesn't matter if you give up a empty netter. You're going to find a way to try and find an opportunity to tie this up. As the puck here from the near side, it'll be picked up by Kelsey Amick, looking to try and get to the slot, but trying to kick it over to Jarman, but couldn't. Couldn't get that stick or the skate over to it. Down to 5.5 to go in the third period. That one out to the blue line, held in by Kate Nash. That shot sticked into the corner by Riley Van Der Esch. As it will be out of the zone by Gabby Schroeder. And now around it goes. Kate Nash will pick it up. The Flyers are able to get a change. Rylan Peskov picks it up, will dump it in. Down to 5 minutes to go. Final 5 of this third period of the girls varsity state championship game between the Mitchell Marlins and the Sioux Falls Flyers. Offside is called against the Sioux Falls Flyers with 4:53 left to go here in this championship game.
You got to think about desperation time. We're within a minute of desperation time. Mitchell Marlins have to find a goal here.
And the faceoff is controlled by the Flyers. They'll push it all the way back in their own end. Kill off some time. Lily Moon will pick it up here for the Flyers. And around it goes here to the near side. Out of the zone it is. Hatwan a pass, trying to go across. It comes back over for Reese Amick. And Reese Amick moving it into the offensive end. Reese Amick on the back end. She gets taken down. There is no call coming up from the official. Backhander to the front of the net was taken away by Lily Moon. And Moon will stop and start the other way. She ran into another Marlin player. And Reagan Peskov will clear the zone. Out for Kristen Caitlin Loffman. That one flipped high up. Could have reached the hand down and grabbed it. It's still in play, but we could have reached out and grabbed it if we wanted to. This will be out to the blue line. Moon will take it out of the zone.
Good stick handler.
And Millie Moon into the offensive end. Moon with a shot. Save is made, and it goes up and into the netting and out of play with 3:56 to go here in the third period.
Lily Moon has a quick wrist shot.
This is here in the next couple of minutes. In the next minute or so, maybe, we might see Sadie Clute escape the net and get an extra attacker. Because you have to find a way you got to get that first goal before you can go get that second one. You got to get that first one here rather quickly. Down to 3:50 to go in the third period. As it's played on the near side, out it goes for Kelsey Amick. Amick trying to go up ahead for Sabres, goes off the skate, and now Sabres will pick it back up. Sabres back behind the net. We got one calling for it. That was Zimmer trying to call for it. Now Sabres picks it back up. Her shot goes wide to the blocker side. Clute still in net right now with 3:20 left to go in the third period. 4-2. Sioux Falls leading by 2. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. 1 goal in the second, 1 goal in the third here. That one nearly turned over. Boy, oh boy, that could have been really a golden opportunity for Mitchell. Trying to clear the zone, they will. Reagan Peskov out of the zone for Adriana Clark. Clark moving in, 2 assists so far. Diving play by Kate Nash.
What a great play.
As it's played back out, we get a offside call against the Sioux Falls Flyers with 2:54 to go. And will Sadie Clute stay in net, or will she come out of the net?
I'd be willing to bet next time we get Mitchell Marlins get deep in their zone, she's coming.
The faceoff will be played by the Flyers out to the blue line. It'll be picked up by Tronis. And McKenna Tronis plays it up. Tapped along by the Mitchell Marlins. Clute still in net right now, 2:37 to go. That will be iced by the Flyers. And with 2:34.
Right now?
I would do it right now. But obviously that's why I'm up here and why Coach Tronis has got a team record of 18-2 on the season and why he's down there.
And you have 0 right?
I have 0 wins. Now I have 0 losses, but I have 0 wins. So it doesn't matter what I say, but it does look like they're going to stay in. It will stay in the zone right now. Or Sadie Clute will stay in the net. Down to 2:23 left to go here in the third period. On a backhander. It'll come out of the zone. It'll be played by Rylan Peskov. And the Flyers are going to try and do everything they can to just get the puck in deep with 2:10 left to go in the third period. We'll see how long that Clute will stay in net. It'll be picked up by Hatwant. And that'll be a crossover with 1:57 to go. Diving for it, that was Samantha Clute. Tronis over with 1:50 left. The 4-2 score. Sabres on the ice, but overskate the puck. It'll be played back in. 1:40 left to go. 100 seconds left to go in the state championship. With Mitchell still down by 2 goals. They got to find a way to score 2 here in the next 100 seconds. Here's an opportunity. There's a shot and a save by Clute with 1:31 left to go. That's why you didn't pull your goalie, because it would be 5-2 right now.
Yeah.
That's why Chris Tronis is a much smarter man than I am. And a timeout.
Yep, and now that's exactly what he's going to want to talk about.
So, yeah.
You have to pull your goalie here at some point. You just got to pick a time to do it.
Yeah, they're going to have a face-off in the Mitchell Marlin end, so they can't pull the goalie quite yet. With 1:31 left to go here in the third period, as soon as that puck probably crosses the red line in center ice, they've got to go. Clute's got to hustle to the bench and get that extra attacker on. This isn't over quite yet. 1:31 left to go. This game is not over, but it's going to take a lot here for the Mitchell Marlins to make a comeback. But what a fun game this has been here today.
Yeah, it really has. You know, and a lot of times two-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. But Sioux Falls has done a really nice job, again, controlling the puck, controlling what happens out here on the rink.
So here in the last 1:31, don't forget, before you start to escape us, that we, one, have the player of the game that we're going to talk to, but also, two, we're back again next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Sioux Falls for the boys varsity tournament. All 11 games will be on Capital City Rock and on YouTube to watch at Capital City Rock Sports, and available to listen on KSDR, GoWatertown.net, and the KKQQ in Brookings.
We will be choosing a South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association player of the game, and we will interview that person.
And they're going to get a commemorative puck, and they're also going to be the player of the game of the state championship. There's no better way to be a player of the game than in the state championship. So out of the timeouts, a face-off to the left of Clute. It's won by Sioux Falls, and they're going to try and do everything to keep that puck in the zone as long as they possibly can. But it will come out here for the Marlins. Off it goes, Brooke Jarman.
I'm assuming she's coming right now.
Here she comes.
Here she comes.
Here's Brooke Jarman with a shot, goes off the stick and into the netting and out of play with 1:14 left
now
to go.
You have time to get your attacker in. You're going to face off in the offensive zone.
That couldn't have really worked out better for the Marlins to at least get themselves set up here, as they'll have 6 attackers. Face-off is won by the Marlins. Reese Amick plays it over in the corner. No one there for the Marlins. It's played around to the near side boards. Out of the zone it goes. Trying to cut off.
1 minute.
Tronis. Final minute here of the third period of the state championship game. Mitchell needs to score twice in this last minute. There's a shot that goes off the stick again. Played around to the far side to the near side. Pass to the slot, broken up from Reese Amick's attempt. It goes over for Zoe Gorup. Down here for an empty net, a shot, and she scores! Zoe Gorup puts a stamp on the state championship. An empty netter with 39.5 to go, and Sioux Falls leads it 5-2, and they are on their way to being the 2022 state champions.
That's a great open net shot. Just inside the blue line. That's Toronto's draped all over.
Gora got the party started with the first goal of the game, and she picks up the empty net goal with 39.5 left here in the third period. And now Sioux Falls will take their timeout with just 39.5 to go.
My guess is there's going to be a new fleet of girls coming in for Sioux Falls.
But Zoe Gore with the empty netter to give them a 5-2 lead. And now it will be an opportunity here in the last 39.5 seconds for a lot of these girls just to soak it in that they've got themselves a state championship. But what a season for the Mitchell Marlins, too. This Mitchell Marlins team, 16-2, they're the darlings of this state tournament.
They are.
Because you don't see something like this, the top line that they had very often in a town like Mitchell. But the Marlins, they gave it their all here in the state tournament. 2 run time wins to get to the state championship, but will come up short here in the state championship match against the Sioux Falls Flyers. Down to 30 seconds left to go. As out of the zone, it will be coming here for Brooke Jarman. Jarman and Amick. Jarman looking to get one more shot away. Sabres is over there as well. And it will be with 18 seconds left to go. As it's played out again. Reese Amick a shot. Save is made by Van Der Esch. Down to 10 seconds. The puck will come out towards the blue line. The Sioux Falls Flyers, they know they're going to win the state championship. They're going to count down the seconds. The Sioux Falls Flyers are the 2021-2022 state champions of South Dakota with a 5-2 win.
And we have some loose equipment out there.
A lot of loose equipment.
A lot of loose equipment.
Hockey headquarters would love it. Everybody's got their sticks, their gloves on the ice in celebration as the Sioux Falls Flyers win the 2021-2022 state championship, beating the Mitchell Marlins, completing the perfect season as they win it 5-2 over the Marlins here this afternoon. Zoe Gore with 2 goals, Alyssa Lingen with the goal, Alexa Christie, Gabby Schroeder all score for Sioux Falls. Ridley Sabres and Kelsey Amick had 2 unassisted goals for the Marlins as a 5-2 win as the handshake line goes through. We'll step aside. We'll come back with our post-game show, and we'll also talk to our final player of the game here in the girls varsity state tournament. The Sioux Falls Flyers win the state championship as they beat the Mitchell Marlins 5-2. You're listening to the state tournament here on Capital City Rock on a KSTR and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre, your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back, and the captains of the Sioux Falls Flyers are receiving their trophy right now as they all go over and celebrate with the trophy. John Wickler alongside Jim Lloyd right now. Jeff Anderson downstairs. We'll talk with him here in just a moment as we'll have our player of the game, which will be Zoe Gora, who scored the first goal and the last goal for the Flyers here in the state championship game as they win it 5-2 over the Mitchell Marlins. So they'll probably have some team pictures before maybe we'll be able to talk to Zoe Gora prior to all the team pictures.
Gabby carrying that trophy. It looks kind of heavy.
I don't know if she wants to really give it up.
They're going to have to steal it from her.
So we'll see if we can't get our player of the game here in just a moment. As again, it's Zoe Gora that scored the first goal of the game and then scored the empty netter to pick up the state championship. They're talking to Zoe, trying to tell her, hey, why don't we go over there and?
Yep. I think Jeff got a hold of the coach. I think they have to celebrate a little bit yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a team picture before we get a chance to talk to Zoe. Well, maybe she's coming over here. I think she's a little nervous to come over here.
She wants to get on the radio. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, there you go. We got to get a team picture first.
Yep, team pictures, and then we'll talk to her. Well, what a game. Sioux Falls Flyers controlled that game from top to bottom. Yeah. And Mitchell Marlins could never really get anything going. And it was all about puck control.
And that's a testament to Sioux Falls, because to say the Mitchell Marlins couldn't get anything going, that happened probably 3 times all year. And it happened against the Sioux Falls Flyers all 3 times because that top line always got going for the Mitchell Marlins.
Yeah, they definitely had their number this season.
A big team picture with the state championship. What a fantastic tournament this has been here at the ODI Center. So much fun, and the Sioux Falls Flyers they were the top seed. They were the team that had to come in and pick up the state championship. Like this was their tournament to lose.
It was,
and they came in here and made sure that they weren't going to lose it.
Yeah, they came in, and we kind of questioned at the beginning of the game. Have we seen Sioux Falls' best yet this tournament? Probably didn't, but we saw it just now.
Yeah, boy, they played so good here in that championship game. And that's where we thought maybe Mitchell was going to have the advantage, was that they played 2 runtime games. They were probably the fresher team coming in, because Sioux Falls, while they are going to be fresh because they're so deep, they didn't have that luxury of playing some basically blowout games. They played 2 really tight games of 4-1 wins that were 0-0 after the end of the first period.
Yep. Two very well coached teams. Coach Trons, he was the coach of the year.
Yeah, and Coach Trons deserved every bit of that coach of the year. And Sioux Falls, they deserve to be the state champions. They won every single game. Nobody was able to top them here this year.
And that does not happen. That does not happen very often. It has happened before, but very rarely do you go all the way through and never be beaten. That's a feat in itself.
It's very hard to do, and Sioux Falls, they had to do it when they came into the state tournament, because they went 18-0 in the regular season, and so now they are celebrating that state championship with a couple of team pictures. They're trying to get everybody moved out of the way. They're what a big team picture here.
Graffiti's on the ice.
And we will be talking to our player of the game here, Zoe Gora, in just a moment before we wrap things up here for the state tournament. And we're not done with all our state tournaments. We will be back again next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as we'll have the first game at 9:05, and then it will be after that we'll have every 2.5 hours we'll have a game, and it will be a fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So a week from now, we'll be getting ready for the boys' game.
Yeah, a week from now, we'll be getting ready for that state championship game. Zoe Gora's got to take pictures before we talk. That's And I kind of sound like I was being sarcastic, but that's top priority. You got to get those. That,
Mom and Dad?
Yeah, you got to get those pictures right after the state championship is won. So now let's see if we can't talk to Zoe Gordon. Nope, she's got to keep taking some pictures here. She doesn't want to talk on the radio, I don't think.
It's kind of neat to see, John. You see some of these Mitchell Marlin girls come right into the huddle of Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. All these girls know each other.
And congratulating the Sioux Falls Flyers on that state championship, but also Mitchell Marlins played such a great tournament. It was a lot of fun to watch them here this tournament.
And many of these girls on Sioux Falls team, I want to say it might be 5. Several of them on the Mitchell Marlins team need to pull this jersey off because next weekend they're practicing for Team South Dakota.
And you were enemies today, but teammates next weekend when you start your tournament process, the practice to get ready for Team South Dakota that will be playing in Jamestown in a couple weekends, but then also going out to Pennsylvania to be playing in the national tournaments.
And these girls will spend an awful lot of time on a bus and on a plane in a hotel with each other. We're actually there for 4 days.
Yeah, so
it's a 4-day tournament.
It's going to be a long opportunity. I think maybe she's going to keep taking pictures.
She's getting closer.
She's getting a little bit closer.
She's getting a little closer.
We might tell Jeff down there that he's just going to pull her aside and start
Jeff's
talking to her.
going to have to go get her. He's pointing to her right now. He's going to try to get her.
But again, Sioux Falls won, and Zoe Gora, why she's our player of the game in the state championship is because ended up being she scored the first goal of the game, and then it was the empty netter to get the win and make it a 5-2 win for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Gora scored the first, and Gora scored the last. Alyssa Lingen, Alexa Christie, and Gabby Schroeder all scored for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Brinley Sabers and Kelsey Amick got the 2 goals for the Mitchell Marlins. So as she comes over, we will talk with Zoe Gorm, and and we'll send it downstairs to Jeff Anderson as he will talk with.
Okay, we are of course downstairs and talking with Zoe Gora. Got a goal to start the game, a goal to finish the game. You only have 3 goals all year long. This has to feel really special.
Yeah, it does.
Can you talk a little bit about that last goal?
I was skating up and I didn't even know it was open, so I had the puck and everybody just starts screaming, and usually it's not that big of a deal because there's 2 people right here. And everybody just keeps screaming. I look at the net and it's open. And I was like, oh, hopefully I hit it, because if I don't, everyone's going to be mad. So I was like,
This has been a fun year, an undefeated season.
Yeah.
What a special time.
Yeah, it was. It was, yeah. I don't know.
So what else are you going to do now? You play any more hockey after this?
Yes, Team SD, I'm on U14, and last weekend we actually made it to Nationals, so that's in March, or end of March.
Okay,
early.
Sounds good. Now I have a puck for you, player of the game. That's courtesy of the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. So thank you, congratulations, have a great summer, have a good time out in Pennsylvania, and enjoy this win.
Thank you.
All right, Zoe, again, our player of the game. That, of course, is Zoe Gora, and G-O-R-R-A. She's a young lady that's a very happy one right now. We'll send it back upstairs.
Let's see here. Let's pull my mic back up here. I wonder if Jeff maybe could stay down there, and maybe we can get Coach Mark Bukovic to talk with him, too, before Jeff makes his way back up here. Because it would be great to talk to Coach Bukovic, the winning coach of the state championship. As Jeff is actually on his way over there, so we probably will not be able to get a word with Coach Bukovic. And maybe we can drop a headset if we can find a way to get Coach Bukovic over here. I see him over there walking around right now. Maybe we can find a way to get him to make his way, and we can drop a headset down to talk with him. We may not be able to, but a 5-2 win for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Mitchell Marlins to win the 2022 state championship as they outshoot the Mitchell Marlins 40-27 here in the championship game. We'll try just maybe for another minute here to see if we can get Coach Bukovic over here. And so, yeah, we'll get it down here and then see there. I thought maybe that Jeff would find its way over there. So we'll see if we can get a headset drop down to him to talk with him. As the head coach of the Sioux Falls winning Flyers, Sioux Falls Flyers, we'll talk with Coach Bukovic here in just a moment. Make sure, and Jim will give me the word that he's got the headset on before we are ready to talk to him. So, Coach Bukovic, make sure that you get the headset on. Coach, congratulations on that state championship. Talk about your team. How just impressive this team was all year long, going undefeated and still winning the state championship.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I appreciate everything, guys. And, the team worked hard all year. They work on season, off season. I got nothing but great things to say about every one of these girls and our entire program. These seniors, these 6 seniors that we got are really truly special, along with all of our other underclassmen, but these seniors really led the way this year. They kept everybody motivated. They put in just as much work and effort as anybody else out there, including the coaches. And so this championship really goes to all these girls and all the work that they've put in throughout their entire hockey career. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future holds for these underclassmen as they continue to develop and produce as they come up through the ranks.
And you guys were in the state championship last year, didn't get the win. How did that motivate these girls and you to be back here in this state championship and come away with the win this year?
Well, I tell you what, anytime you're in that situation where you just come up that little bit short, in a state championship game, even though they were a really great team, it always leaves something left to be finished. And that's kind of the way we went through the season. We went through the off season and the whole season with we've got some unfinished business, and we got to make sure we take care of business every shift, every game, every period. And we really just focused this year on keeping it to every shift, focus on the next shift, focus on the next period. Don't get too far ahead, don't look too far into the season, and just focus on what's right in front of us and complete that task first.
Well, right in front of you also are 3 really good goalies this year, and Riley Vander Esch played the last 2 games of the state tournament, but Sydney Fornwald, Eva Ram, and Riley Vander Esch, they played, at least got 4 wins, all 3 of them. Boy, that's got to be something special to have 3 goalies, and you can go out there at any game and feel pretty confident to go win a game with any of those 3 goalies.
Well, I tell you what, we're truly blessed. We've got a great goaltending core. We have great goaltending coaches within our association. Our goaltending development as a whole association has been really solid for many years, and we continue to keep that going. And as far as on the girls' side of the program, we're just blessed with really great goaltenders who come out every practice, every game. They show up. They put in just as much work as anybody else. And, truly they're our backbone. Our goaltending and our defense is the backbone of this team and this program, and that's where we build from, and, this season shows that.
In the state tournament, I'll let you go get back to celebrating here in just a moment. But you guys played a 4-1 game on Friday, a 4-1 game on Saturday. You were tested much more than the Mitchell Marlins were going into the state championship. How did that help getting those 2 tests and against 2 good teams that you played against, but it helped to having those good tests going into the state championship?
It does. It really helps you to keep that momentum and keep that speed going. And every team that showed up, came to the state tournament this year showed up to play. Rapid City, they showed up. They put in a great effort. They really tested us right out of the get-go. They were able to get 1 win over the weekend, which is great for that program. And we were really, really excited and happy with how everybody showed up and played hard, and it was a great tournament. Aberdeen put on a great tournament here, and we were just excited to be able to come away with the victory.
Personally for you, what does this championship mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. So I've been with these girls for quite a few years and coached them at many levels, and as they came up through the ranks. And especially for these 6 seniors, for them to be able to finish out their high school career with the state championship is amazing. Last year we had a big senior class, and we came up just short. They were a great senior class. This senior class was able to pull out the victory, and it's great for them. It's great for the program, and we're just excited to see where we build from here.
All right, Coach, go back and celebrate with your team. We appreciate the time. Congratulations on that state championship.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate everything.
Absolutely. That is head coach Mark Bukovic as they win the state championship here over the Mitchell Marlins 5-2 and are into the 2022 state championship with a 5-2 win over the Mitchell Marlins. Well, Jim Lloyd will join me here again. But, Jim, final thoughts here of this state championship.
What a good one it was. And Sioux Falls, they don't disappoint. 18-0 in a regular season. It doesn't happen very often. You go through the state tournament unbeaten, and you get all the way to the end and win a state championship unbeaten. They fended off a pretty good Mitchell team. We saw a high-powered offense, and they're the only team to beat Mitchell this year, and they did it 3 times. You can't beat a team 3 times very often. Hats off to Sioux Falls, they're state champs. They deserve it.
And we are back again here in next week Friday. This coming Friday, we'll be back in Sioux Falls for the Boys State Championship tournament, as we'll have all 11 games throughout that tournament again here on Capital City Rock, KSTR, and available to watch on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. I want to say thanks to Jacob Mayer, thanks to Nick back in Watertown. Jacob Mayer back at the station. He was part of with us all 3 games today. Appreciate his work here today as we wrap things up from the state tournament. It is a final and a state championship for the Sioux Falls Flyers. They win 5-2 over the Metro Marlins as we say so long from Aberdeen.
You've been listening to the 2022 Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, the Ramcoda, Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. The Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Becky Potsuba State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, the University of Jamestown, Zander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota. Join us all weekend for more exciting girls varsity hockey action. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's